Hello and welcome back. I am so glad you could join me for today's lesson. Today, we are going to tackle a very specific problem. I call it the Intermediate Plateau. This is when you know enough English to communicate, you can understand movies, and you can read the news, but when you speak, you feel like a child. You use basic words like good, bad, happy, or think over and over again. You sound like a textbook, or worse, you sound like a beginner. If you are preparing for a job interview, a presentation, or an exam like IELTS, sounding basic is your biggest enemy. You want to sound sophisticated. You want to sound like a professional who has a deep command of the British English language. In this lesson, I have selected 15 advanced phrases and phrasal verbs that will instantly upgrade your level. We will not just learn them, we will practice them using the shadowing technique. I will explain each phrase, give you an example, and then we will have a pause for you to repeat. Remember, do not just listen. Speak out loud. Copy my intonation, my stress, and the way I connect my words. Let's stop sounding like a beginner. Let's start the lesson. Part 1. The vocabulary upgrade. Number 1. As far as I'm concerned, instead of saying I think, which is very basic, use this phrase to introduce your opinion. It sounds much more professional and firm. Shadowing. As far as I'm concerned, this is the most efficient way to solve the problem. Number 2. To get round to something. This is a very common phrasal verb. We use it when we talk about doing something that we have been planning to do for a long time. It is much better than saying, I will do it later. Shadowing. I've been very busy, but I promise I'll get round to answering your emails by tonight. Number 3. A walk in the park. When something is very easy, don't just say, it's easy. Use this idiom. It shows that you have a high level of English. Shadowing. Don't be nervous about the exam. You have studied so hard, it will be a walk in the park. Number 4. To get your head around something. We use this when we are trying to understand something complex or difficult. It's a very natural way to describe the process of learning. Shadowing. The new company policy is quite complicated, and I can't quite get my head around it yet. Number 5. To have a lot on your plate. In the modern world, everyone is busy. Instead of saying, I am very busy, which sounds like a beginner, say this. Shadowing. I'd love to come to the cinema with you, but I've got a lot on my plate at work this week. Number 6. Hold your horses. This is a fantastic British idiom. It means wait a moment or don't rush. It adds a lot of character to your speech. Shadowing. Hold your horses. We need to double-check the figures before we send the final report. Number 7. To cost an arm and a leg. If something is very expensive, this is the perfect idiom to use. It's colourful and very common in daily British life. Shadowing. I would love to live in the city centre, but the rent there costs an arm and a leg. Number 8. To bear something in mind. In a professional setting, use this instead of "I will remember that." It sounds much more polite and formal. Shadowing. Thank you for your feedback. I'll definitely bear that in mind for our next meeting. Number 9. To see eye to eye. When you agree with someone completely, use this phrase. It sounds much more sophisticated than just saying, "I agree." Shadowing. I am so glad that we finally see eye to eye on the marketing strategy for the new year. Number 10. Neither here nor there. This is a great phrase for high-level discussions. It means that something is not important or not relevant to the current situation. Shadowing. Whether he likes the design or not is neither here nor there. We must follow the budget. Number 11. To be all ears. When you are ready and eager to listen to what someone has to say, use this. It's friendly and very native. Shadowing. Please tell me all about your holiday in Scotland. I'm all ears. Number 12. To make up your mind. Stop saying "to decide." This phrasal verb is much more natural and common in everyday British English. Shadowing. You have been looking at the menu for 20 minutes. It's time to make up your mind. Number 13. To be spent or to be drained. When you are very tired, especially after a long day of mental or physical work, use these words. Shadowing. After that 3-hour presentation, I was absolutely spent and just wanted to go home. Number 14. To not have the foggiest idea. This is a classic British expression. It means you have no idea at all. It sounds much more interesting than "I don't know." Shadowing. I'm sorry, but I haven't got the foggiest idea where I left my car keys this morning. Number 15. To cut a long story short. Use this when you want to finish a long explanation and get to the main point quickly. Shadowing. To cut a long story short, we missed our flight and had to spend the night in the airport. Part 2. The Professional Conversation Simulator. Now, let's put these phrases together. Imagine you are in an office in London. You are talking to your manager about a difficult project. Repeat after me. Good morning. I was wondering if you have a moment to talk. Of course. I've got a lot on my plate, but I can spare 5 minutes. Thank you. As far as I'm concerned, the new project is going well. I agree. I'm glad we see eye to eye on the main goals. However, the new software costs an arm and a leg. Fair enough. I'll bear that in mind when I talk to the finance team. I still can't quite get my head around how the system works. Don't worry, I'll get round to explaining it to you in more detail tomorrow. That's very kind of you. I'm all ears. Part 3. Story Mode. The Challenging Day. Now, I want you to sit back and listen to a story. I am going to describe a very busy and challenging day at work. Try to hear all 15 phrases that we have practiced today. Yesterday was one of those days where everything seemed to go wrong at once. I arrived at the office and realized I had a lot on my plate. My boss wanted me to review a 50-page contract, and to be honest, I couldn't quite get my head around the legal language in the document. It was very confusing. I called our lawyer, and he told me that changing the contract would cost an arm and a leg. I told him that the cost was neither here nor there, because the safety of our employees was our priority. He was surprised, but eventually he agreed. I said, "I'm glad we finally see eye to eye." Later that afternoon, a colleague asked me if I had finished the monthly report. I had to admit that I hadn't got round to it yet. He told me I needed to make up my mind about which data to use. I told him, "Hold your horses, I am doing my best, but I'm not a magician." By the time I finished work at 7 p.m., I was absolutely spent. I went to the train station, but I didn't have the foggiest idea which platform my train was on because the signs were broken. To cut a long story short, I finally got home at 9 p.m. My husband asked if I wanted to hear about his day, and even though I was tired, I told him, "Go ahead, I'm all ears." I realized that even though the day was hard, using my advanced English made me feel more confident and professional. It wasn't exactly a walk in the park, but I survived. Part 4. Rapid Fire Review. Let's see how much you have learned. I will give you a basic sentence, and you must try to say the advanced version using the phrases from today. I will give you the answer after a short pause. I think this is wrong. As far as I'm concerned, this is wrong. It is very easy. It's a walk in the park. I will do it later. I'll get round to it later. It is very expensive. It costs an arm and a leg. I don't know. I haven't got the foggiest idea. I am very busy. I've got a lot on my plate. We agree. We see eye to eye. Wait a moment. Hold your horses. Conclusion. Excellent work today. You have just taken a massive leap from Intermediate English to Advanced English. By replacing basic words with these 15 phrases, you are training your brain to think and speak like a native British person. The secret to success is repetition. Don't just watch this once. Come back tomorrow and practice your shadowing again. Your mouth muscles need to learn the rhythm of these advanced sentences. If you found this lesson helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to English Listening Daily. It helps our channel grow and allows us to create more lessons for you. Your homework for today. Choose one of the phrases we learned and write your own sentence in the comments below. I promise to read every single one and give you feedback. I am so proud of your progress. Keep practicing, stay confident, and stop sounding like a beginner. I will see you in our next lesson. Goodbye for now.